Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another rap battle reaction. Today we got Hamlet versus Oedipus Rex. I don't know. I know Hamlet kind of made by Shakespeare. I don't know shit about Oedipus Rex, but this is by Tommy Salami. The original video, as well as Tommy Salami's channel, will be linked in the description. Go support them in any way you possibly can. Like, comment, subscribe to them, all that good stuff. And if you have anything you want me to react to, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. I heard of some comment. By the way, this was recommended by Up for 2069. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Tommy Salami's rap battles have been pretty damn good. Let's go.
Epic rap battles of
My ass.
Oedipus, King of Thebes, versus Hamlet, Prince of Denmark.
Your name echoes with infamy through the halls of antiquity. What brings you to Denmark? A wrong turn of Antigone? Or was it blind fate that played you like ventriloquy? I've stumbled upon the subject of my next soliloquy. King Laius was murdered and your land was afflicted with plague till the culprit was put to death or evicted. Wishing to evade exile, spent your whole play in denial. In this twisted game of clue, forgot to thine own self be true. Tiresias saw, though he was blind. He warned your wife was more than kin, and to your father you were less than kind. Turns out you killed him, but why waste time mourning? Hopped in bed with his wife, though with an oracle's warning that you'd betray your mother to prevent that future. You'd think you'd know better than to marry a cougar. Regicide and then espousing the widow. Marry! I'm battling a Claudius ditto. You cast a wide shadow over multiple philosophies, not only over drama, but the realm of psychology. I studied at Wittenberg, but admit I'm perplexed. You're so boring it took Freud to make Oedipus complex.
I did my best to listen with Apollo.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I like that. That was a good little bar.
Hamlet, Prince of Denmark.
Your name echoes within
infamy.
through the halls of antiquity.
Through the halls of antiquity.
What brings you to Denmark?
What brings you to Denmark?
A wrong turn of
Wrong turn of Antigone. Antigone. Antigone Oedipus is the father of the titled character Antigone and the former king of Thebes. Thebes.
Turn of Antigone? Or was it blind fate?
Or was it blind fate
Played you like
that played you like ventriloquy?
ventriloquy. I've stumbled upon the
subject
of my next
soliloquy. Soliloquy. What is a soliloquy again? An act of speaking one's thoughts aloud when by oneself or regardless of any hearers, especially by a character in a play. Okay.
soliloquy.
Basically, I'm going to say my part. King Laius was
murdered and your land was afflicted.
And your land was afflicted.
With plague till the culprit.
What the fuck is he doing back there? With plague till the culprit
was put to death or evicted.
Was put to death or evicted.
Wishing to.
Isn't that a good way to do it? Like, if you get plague, you gotta fucking leave, bro. Don't want anyone else getting sick.
Evade exile, spent your.
Wishing to evade exile, spent your whole life
playing
in
denial.
In this twisted game of Clue. Clue is the game where you have to figure out who murdered Colonel Mustard or some shit.
Who forgot to thine own self be.
Forgot to thine own self be true.
True. Tiresias saw,
though he was blind.
He warned your wife was more.
He warned your wife was more than kin.
And to your father you were.
And to your father you are less than kind.
Less than kind.
I don't know that.
Turns out you killed him, but why?
Turns out you killed him, but why waste time?
Mourning. Hopped in bed with his
wife. So he fucked his mom?
With an oracle's warning.
Though with an oracle's warning.
That you'd betrothed your
that you'd betrothed your mother
to prevent that
future.
You think you'd know better.
You think you know better
than to
marry a cougar. Anyway, a cougar is older women who like younger men.
A cougar, regicide, and then espousing.
Regicide and then espousing the
widow.
Battling a Claudius ditto.
You cast a wide shadow.
Over multiple philosophies.
Not only over
drama,
but the realm of
psychology. I studied at Wittenberg.
But I admit I'm perplexed.
So boring it took Freud to make Oedipus. You're so boring. It took Freud to make Oedipus complex. Oedipus complex. I know Freud made that. He discovered it or whatever. Oedipus complex is a psychoanalytic theory that describes a child's feelings or desire for the opposite sex parent, and jealousy towards the same-sex parent. Okay.
Oedipus complex.
I did my best to listen with Apollo as witness, but your speech is like brevity and your soul is witless. The surreptitious murder of his father is what brought him to tears, but his incessant whinings poisoned my ears. You're 30 years old, man, act your age. Mourning a black for a month, like mom, it's not a phase. Your notion towards life leaves you racked with rage. Follow poor Yorick and hop into a grave. My uncle's illegitimate, he's a bloody fraud. You're just mad he wouldn't let you study abroad, but you're right not to forgive the new king for how he hurt you. Threw the castle into ruin for a woman named Gertrude. Some say you were based on your author's son Hamlet, but we all know you're really just a wimpier Hamlet. Your chivalrous father appeared to men at the garrison as a transparent phantom, and you still pale in comparison. After this unexpected visit from purgatory, you had the actors alter the script to observe a story like an allegory to the real assassination, and catch the king's conscience in a faithful recreation. Snuck to his room, but as you resolved to slay him, you second-guessed yourself cause he was knelt down praying. Still haven't dropped a killer diss in your dissertation. Those words are an excuse for hesitation.
Mark it, Horatio. I've a
Oh my god, it's the king guy. Sorry about that. Let's go back.
Freud to make Oedipus complex.
I did my best to listen.
With
Apollo
as witness. Apollo is one of the Greek gods, right?
witness, but your speech is like
brevity,
and your soul
is witless.
is witless.
The surreptitious murder of his father
is what brought him to
tears.
But his incessant whinings poison
to my ears.
You're 30 years old, man.
You're 30 years old, man.
Act your
age.
Mourning in black for a
month.
Like mom,
it's not a phase.
It's not a phase. Your notion
if your notion towards life
leaves you racked with
rage.
Follow poor Yorick
and hop into a grave. I'm guessing Yorick's dead. So, yeah.
My uncle's illegitimate. He's a bloody
fraud.
You're just mad he wouldn't let
you
study
abroad. Trying to think, because that sounds like a familiar story. I don't know.
But you're right not to forgive the new
king for how he hurt you.
To the castle into
ruin
for
a woman named Gertrude. Okay.
Some say you were based
on
your
author's son Hamlet. I did not know Shakespeare had a son. Ow.
Hamlet. But we all know you're
really
just a wimpier
Hamlet.
Your chivalrous father appeared to men at the garrison as a
transparent phantom, and yet you still pale in comparison. So basically saying your father showed up as a ghost, and yet you still pale in comparison to him because ghosts are pale and you're also not as good as your father.
After this unexpected
visit from purgatory,
you had the actors alter
the script
to observe a story like an allegory to the real assassination, and catch the king's conscience in a faithful recreation. Snuck to his room as you resolved to slay him. You second guess yourself because he was knelt down praying.
So I'm guessing he had second thoughts about killing a guy because he was praying to God, I guess? I don't know.
Still haven't dropped a killer diss
in your dissertation.
Those
words are an excuse for hesitation.
Mark it, Horatio. I've offended his status. Just enraged ego. There's no method to his madness. You think my language sharp? With a rapier, I'm better. I turn wordplay to swordplay just by forging a letter. Ask Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, those abhorrent pests. I signed their death warrants because they warranted death. I'd fence you, but judging from your dark sockets, it seems that you can't be trusted with sharp objects. Those robes are not working for you, that's for certain. I'll stick a dagger in another coward covered in curtains. Your mother wife took her life, your kingdom you brought shame upon. You'll spend your life's remainder as a beggar and a vagabond. Compared to Shakespeare, Sophocles bores us. Leave the lyricism to the Greek chorus. Now a variation on the pesky Sphinx is written. Walks on swollen feet in the morning because they were pierced when he was little. Flees on two legs in the afternoon because of what the curse. And at night disrobes his cloak to show his mother his third leg. What man could have committed such incestuous sex?
Gee, let me guess, is it Oedipus Rex?
Correct.
I solved your word puzzle, now stop pondering and
Yes, it actually was. How did you know that?
hesitation.
Market Horatio,
Mark Horatio, or Horatio Mark.
I've offended his
I've offended his status.
status. Just enraged.
Just enraged
There's no method to it.
There's no method to his madness.
Man, you think my language
You think my language sharp?
sharp with a rapier?
With a rapier, I'm better. A rapier is a type of sword. I think a rapier was meant for stabbing. It was meant for stabbing, not for slicing. It was stabbing. It's a stabbing weapon. But could also use to, fight off other swords. It's what they used back in a while ago.
Rapier, I'm better. I turn wordplay to
I turn wordplay to swordplay
swordplay just by forging a
just by forging a letter, because wordplay turns into swordplay when you take the S and put it in front of wordplay.
letter. Ask Rosencrantz and
Ask Rosencrantz and Guildenstern,
Guildenstern, those abhorrent pests.
those abhorrent pests,
I signed their death warrants
signed their death warrants
because they warranted
because they warranted death. I don't know why, but this line right here was like, ooh yeah, that was a smooth flow, and I don't know why, and I don't understand what he's saying, but I liked it
death. I'd fence you.
because he said it so like naturally. He just said it like naturally. I'd fence you,
But judging
because fencing is what rapiers are for. But judging from your
from your dark sockets, it seems that you
it seems you can't be
can't
trusted
be trusted with
sharp objects. Did he stab his eyes out?
objects. Those robes are not working
Those robes are not working
for you. That's for certain. I'll stick a
That's for certain. I'll stick a dagger in another
dagger in another coward covered in curtains. Your
covered in curtains. Nice candles, bro.
mother wife took her life.
Your mother wife took her life. Okay, so he married his mom.
Your kingdom you brought shame upon. You'll spend your life
Kingdom you brought shame upon. You'll spend your life's
remainder as a beggar and a
as a beggar and a vagabond. What the fuck is a vagabond? Isn't that like just a person who moves around without a permanent home or job? So he's just basically saying, you're just gonna be a poor fucker for the rest of your life.
and a vagabond. Compared to
Compared to Shakespeare,
Sophocles
bores.
bores us. Leave the lyrics
Shakespeare wrote Hamlet. I'm guessing Sophocles wrote Oedipus Rex. Leave the lyricism
to the Greek
to the Greek chorus.
chorus. Now a variation on the
No variation on the pesky Sphinx riddle.
Sphinx is written. Walks on swollen feet
Who walks on
in the morning 'cause they were
feet in the morning because they were
pierced
pierced
when he was little. Flees
when he was little.
on two legs in the afternoon
He's on two legs in the afternoon
because of what the
curse
curse and
said,
at night disrupts his
and just at night disrupts his clothes
cloak to show his mother his
to show his mother his third leg. Fuck.
third leg. What man could have
What man could have committed
committed such
incestuous sex?
sex?
Gee, let me guess, is it Oedipus Rex?
Correct.
Oedipus. Yes.
Solved your word puzzle, now stop pondering and just commit. At least the Sphinx had the decency to jump off a cliff. Acted like a madman cause you thought that it was do or die. Didn't kill yourself, instead opted for social suicide. Ophelia's father warned her to reject your advances, and she promised to obey his command. When you killed him she lamented and into the river fell. First she ghosted you, then she became a ghost herself. When Laertes heard of the death of his father, he rallied an entire mob to avenge his honor. You could learn from this paragon of filial vengeance, but instead you saw the so-called minister of God's intention. You asked to be or not to be, but here's my question. Can you not be a self-righteous prick for 7 seconds? My people worship me, yours wonder if you're even sane. You think you're the big dog, but you're no Great Dane. Speaking slanders against me, watch what you say. Any incest you accuse me of, your mother's catching strays. With wicked speech she was carried to incestuous sheets. Maybe next time she'll think before she cheats. Your house was laid waste due to your choices made, and now my toxic tongue cuts through you like a poisoned blade. End your existence of secrets and cheap tricks. Welcome to the sleep of death. Good night, sweet prince.
Who won?
Ooh, okay. I solved your word
Also, now stop
fumble.
pondering and
Now stop pondering and just commit. Stop thinking and do.
just commit. At least the Sphinx had
At least the Sphinx had the decency to
the
jump
decency
off.
to jump off a cliff. Acted like a man
Acted like a madman
because you thought that it was do or
because you thought it was do or
die.
die.
Didn't kill yourself.
Didn't kill
Instead
yourself.
opted for
Instead opted for social suicide. You couldn't kill yourself. You sure killed your social life.
social suicide.
What the fuck? I just got a notification for Patrick Bateman versus Homelander. I'm watching that. Fuck yeah.
Ophelia's father warned her
Notification. Ophelia's father warned her
to reject your
advances,
and she promised to
obey his commandment. So she basically said, "All right, I don't like him anyway." So
obey his command. When you killed him, she
lamented, into the river she
to the river fell.
Into the river fell.
First she ghosted you.
Then
Then she became a ghost.
Then she became a ghost herself. That's a haymaker right there. So yeah, you get that.
Herself. When Laertes
heard of
the death of his father,
and heard the death of his father, which I'm guessing is the same as the woman,
he rallied an entire
mob
to avenge
his honor.
You could learn from this
You could learn from his paragon
a filial
vengeance.
But instead you saw this
Instead, you stall a
so-called
minister of God's intentions.
intention. You asked to be or not to
You asked to be or not to be. So that's how that line came to be. All right.
be. But here's my question.
Can you not be a
Self-righteous
self-righteous prick for 7 seconds?
7 seconds. My people worship me.
My people worship me.
Wonder if you're
You wonder if you're even sane.
You think you're the big
You think you're the big dog,
but you're no great
but you're no Great Dane. I don't get this one.
Dane. Speaking slander
I just think of Roman Reigns, but speaking slanders
against me. Watch
what you
you
say.
say.
Any incest you accuse me
You
of,
accuse me of
your mother's catching strays. Another haymaker by Oedipus.
your mother's catching strays. With wicked speed she was
carried
to incestuous
seats.
Maybe next time
she'll think before she cheats. Another haymaker by Oedipus.
before she cheats. Your house was laid waste.
Your house was laid
Due
away
to your choices made.
and now my toxic
tongue
cuts through you like a poisoned blade. I'm guessing that's how Hamlet died. He got stabbed with a poisoned blade. That sounds about Shakespeare.
like a poisoned blade. End your existence
To end your
of
existence
secrets and cheap
tricks.
Welcome to the sleep of
Welcome to the sleep of death.
Good night, sweet
Good night, sweet prince.
prince. Who won?
Oedipus.
Who's next?
Fuck if I know.
That is the question.
Oh,
Epic rap battles
oh my ass. Oh fuck, he killed him. Anyway, this was pretty good. I like this one. I didn't get a lot of it because I don't read. And this is still pretty good. I liked it. The original video, as well as Tommy Salami's channel, will be linked in the description. Go support them any way you possibly can. Like, comment, subscribe to them, all that good stuff. And if you have anything you want me to react to, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. I read every single comment. That being said, bye-bye.